Hello and welcome to Just Browsing, our brand new podcast featuring myself and Nicole Holmes. And we're here to talk about anything and everything metaphysical and spiritual or in that world.
I don't really consider it new age. I would consider it more like intuitive stuff and stuff that's out of the box. I don't like that label, the new age crap.
I don't.
But take it for a grain of salt. Anybody who's watching, you just really take it for what it is. If you don't believe in it, that's fine. We're just browsing, man.
We
We're
don't
just
care.
we're
We
just
don't care what
hanging
you
out.
believe in. We're just sharing what we believe in, and we like to commiserate with like minded people.
10 points for Gryffindor.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And we like to share it. It's our pretty much our whole life now, and everything we love about life. And we've learned that everybody can kind of tap into this as little or as much as they want to. And if you're here, you're obviously intrigued to some extent. So let's chat. Let's browse. My name's Erin. I have definitely, it's been probably 5 or 6 years now that I have been completely immersed into this world. Started in 2018 with my dear partner in crime over here, accidentally originally, had been experiencing things for a very long time before that, but didn't know how to put two and two together and just push them off. So yeah, since about 2018 now.
So I have some questions here. You started experiencing things.
Yes, yes, I did.
What would you experience?
Well, my other background, I've spent the last almost 17 years in emergency services, police, fire, EMS, and ER. So, amongst all of those things, I know that you people probably can believe we see and deal with a lot of crazy chaos, a lot of life, a lot of death, and a lot of everything in between. And with those very chaotic situations, I would experience a lot of times very different phenomena, as people like to put it. Whether it was sensing something, feeling something, getting weird thoughts that
Goosebumps.
fly in your head, goosebumps, spidey senses. Everyone uses that word. I don't like that word. But like feelings, like screaming gut feelings is a great way to put it, of
Yeah.
weird, weird stuff.
My name is Nicole, and I have somewhat of a background in integrative energy therapy and um, master level Reiki. I got into this, oh my gosh, 2012, right when the Mayan calendar ended and the whole world ended. I had dated an individual who had gifts and I wanted to know more. I was so fascinated by he was able to like pinpoint people's ailments and different things that they had, but he always felt jaded. Like he was always negative about it. So I want to know why he would see some negative stuff and how come other people see the positive things. So I just did a ton of research, right? And I got to know more and more, and I was just voracious for knowledge. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do Reiki. So I picked up some Reiki and didn't do it professionally, but I do it for myself. So that's good enough for me. Um, so I call Erin Watson and she calls me Holmes, because it's an inside joke. But Watson, I have a question. How did we meet?
Holmes and I were neighbors. That is actually how we met and became super close. We could open our windows and yell to one another through our condos that were neighboring corners. And one day, in the middle of a terrible snowstorm, Nicole lost her child. Nicole lost her child, and it was for the current township that I was working for. And I wander outside to like get something, or I don't remember really. But I was outside, and I heard this child screaming, crying, carrying on somewhere far, far away. So I was like, I'm off, but I probably should do something about that. So I went and I found her looking for her son also, and that's how we met, and we've been inseparable ever since. Fine, her son's
Um, uh,
fine, but
let
not
me
lost.
let me edit this Wikipedia page here. Hang on a second. He was, well, you know what? Maybe he was a little lost, but he went outside to go build a snowman and somehow went around back. And I don't know how he ended up at the pavilion, but he did. But anyway, so I complimented her on her boots, and the rest is history. So then we would camp our chairs right out. We were literally kitty corner as neighbors. So we're both on the second floor. So we'd like lift up the window and be like, hello.
I recall you in the middle of one of our conversations where you were like trying to see how I thought. And you were like, "What do you think about aliens?" And I was like, Um, don't know, never gave it a thought, and you just kept kind of poking, and I was so intrigued by your level of strange that I kept wanting to investigate whatever the heck it was that you were talking about. And then you started putting the pieces together for me by like, have you ever tried this? Have you ever seen this? Have you ever tried paper clipping? We'll cover it another episode. Have you ever tried this? Do you know what chakras are? And I do think I recall. Remember what I said way back then? Like, what's it? Remember, I had a funny saying about what was a chakra. You taught me what chakras were, and then it all started coming together. And then you set me on my first terrifying
West.
quest. Yeah, we can call that a quest. In 2022, I started a formal business with the help of a couple friends of mine, Nicole, of course, being one of them. But I did do clientele in person body work on different people.
I'm sorry, rewind. Body work on people.
Energy body
Oh,
work.
oh, okay, okay, okay.
With chakras and health issues, physical, mental. We did some past life regression work. Stuff came out of the woodwork. So I was doing a lot of physical body, no touch energy work,
Yeah.
as well as readings, whether they be just open channeling readings or mediumship readings. It was just kind of a whole potluck of whatever came in that moment. And I had a semi-successfully going business along my other full-time jobs up until 2022. Took a couple years off, and I just have gotten back into it. Really, really intrigued to get this up and running and getting my business back up and running. So please let me know if you're interested in what I do. Nicole, what are you doing nowadays with
Oh,
your?
nothing for nobody. I don't touch people.
Oh, okay.
No, no, no.
I'm glad we're open.
No, I usually it's weird and my path's a little different. I get random people to teach. It just happens. It's a funny, weird way of the universe where people ask me questions and I get into like a whole snowball of things and I end up teaching them and send them on their way. Like Erin, I randomly started talking to her about a whole slew of everything. And then she found her own mentors after that, which was fantastic. I love that. I love that everybody finds what works for them because everyone's different. I've run into I guess what you would call shamans. Um, they don't call themselves masters. They don't call themselves shamans. That's a label that other people call them. But it's very, very fascinating, actually. So everyone has their own path. Everyone has their own way of things. And Erin does a lot of energy work for everybody. And me, I somehow end up with students. It's very, very weird. I met
Yeah, I think I like to specialize in readings, energy work here and there, and then I love to speak on it. I do see myself one day hopefully being able to speak in a larger capacity or in a larger circle to people about different belief systems or perspectives. That's kind of like my excitement in wheelhouse along with mediumship, channeling, and energy work. There's definitely a bunch of modalities that come from every single one, and I do have a little bit more excitement on some over others. But just to clarify for the channel purposes, I think that we're going to cover episodes covering things very kind of overall. Hey, this is what we've learned, this is what we've heard, these are some examples, perspectives, beliefs, and just kind of keep things very open ended. If you guys want to end up hearing more, please let us know in the comments. We're just kind of riding by the seat of our pants and just browsing everything in the culmination of hundreds and hundreds of
yes.
bits of material that we've learned together. Let's talk about it. Let's share.
Yeah, our different experiences. And I love hearing other people's perspectives because my perspective and what I've experienced is totally different from what Erin has experienced.
Correct. And we're both firm believers in you always end up where you need to be. You always end up hearing what you need to hear and learning what you need to learn,
Mhm.
even when you're teaching other people. So, like, I've had clients and students myself that their message they've received from me is the same message that I need to hear. So, likely, whatever you guys are thinking and or whatever we're sharing with you, there's a mutual learning occurring, even in the podcast for fun.
And that's what it is all about, honestly. Just following your passion, following what's fun. Speaking of fun, what's a fun fact about you, Erin?
Oh God, I didn't prepare for this question.
Me neither.
Ooh, can we pause? I gotta think.
I don't think that's how that works.
Fun fact about me. You go first, Nicole. I mean,
Fun fact
pull
about
it out of your
me.
pocket. Okay, well, we'll
Hmm.
circle back. I think that I am one of the most intriguingly dualistic people that I've ever met. I have literally gone from being a formal police officer to doing woo-woo crystal work. Like you can it's a really weird, and I still play in both worlds like very much, and it is the funniest duality that I've ever witnessed of one of our practicing people so far to have, this completely blue collar boots on the ground background and somehow integrate a lot of work that we've done in the energy field. I've worked on more police, fire, and military men that were so against this. And it's become the coolest thing in the world to show them that you can still be that rough and tough human being and benefit from different perspectives in what we do.
Right. F out of my face while I balance these chakras.
Yeah, are we allowed to say that?
No, not if you want to monetize. Um,
You gotta bleep it out.
I think a good fun fact about me is that, believe it or not, I fight things in my sleep. And it's not like,
And she texts them to me at all hours of the night. So she remembers.
yeah. Yeah, I fight ghosts and spirits and things that need to cross over. I fight them in my sleep and then bring in the light so that they can go over. Like I force them to go over into the light. Like you're gonna go whether you like it or not. And
Nicole,
so
what do we call those?
lost souls.
No, we call them dream workers or night workers. There are a lot of people that
Is that what
work
you
in
call them?
dream state. Yeah. There's a lot of people that do formal energy and light work in their dream state, and that is one of them. When you become lucid, conscious, and aware and able to control it,
Mm-mm.
it becomes more of a passion. Yes, you can.
It's frustrating. It's so frustrating. But anyway, but I think if we're gonna talk about blueprints later on, that's definitely part of my blueprint when I came in here.
Blueprint.
Yeah. So that's all I got about me. I don't know. Erin, do you want to close out or? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. There's something. Erin
What?
and I are not PC. We're not PC people. We've
Big,
seen a lot. We've done a
big
lot.
that at this point. They've had plenty of time to figure that out.
We're easygoing and we're down to earth and we make fun of each other. It's an East Coast thing.
Well, I mean,
Go birds. Fly. Eagle. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Make sure you leave in the comments if you have any background in any type of modality or energy therapy. We're really curious to see what everybody is into.
tell us why you're here, even if you're literally just browsing. You somehow came across us. If you're interesting, if you think this is stupid or silly, like we don't care. You're not going to offend us. Like, why are you here? Why are you watching?
Absolutely.
Say
And
hello.
call me up on an 800 number. You just never know. I'm just kidding. Kidding.
We don't have an 800 number.
Are they 900 numbers?
No.
They don't have that anymore. There's like a payphone thing. Anyway,
Hey, 1988. You want to put that away? Put that back in your pocket. Okay, thanks. Go birds.
go birds.